Hey, this is Red from S932. I'm representing the Guild Mom's credit card. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going over the new heroes. They're called the Celphos clan. To start off with, I wanted to show off their clan trait.
The deep holds many treasures, and we guard them all.
Each attack reduces the target strength by 5% for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 4 times. So, assuming this works with AoEs, it actually synergizes really well with this guy. One of the major, well, we'll go over it, but his skills essentially are, for one, his normal attacks have a, this is not at level 15, we'll pull up the level 15 version. That's a 15-star version. Attacks have an 80% chance to throw an additional Aquamine, which attaches to the current target for 5 seconds. As long as it's attached, the target using an active skill will trigger the explosion, draining 200 energy. I ran through some testing, and it appears that when they say draining 200 energy, that means he gets that 200 energy. So he'll use that skill. If they use an active skill, then he gets 200 energy as well, meaning that his alt and his active will be on rotation. Here it is throws a cluster of Aquamines at the enemy's location, which will explode in half a second after landing. Each explosion deals damage equal to 630% of the caster's strength to all nearby targets and inflicts stun for 1.5 seconds. Throws Aquamines at 2 random enemies, which explode on impact and deals damage equal to 480% of the caster's strength. Enemies who are affected in the explosion will have their skill damage reduced by 30%. All allies' attacks against the affected enemies hit the explosion have an 80% chance to hit. I'm drinking a few beers right now. Don't judge me. Alright. So the way I break this down is you've got 480% damage attack right here. It drops in 2 different spots, which are kind of random based on whether they've got divers or if their characters are clustered up, or if everybody's all over the place, like if they have a male Samir and like a male Loom and like a terrible example, but those crappy ones, the dwarves that nobody cares about, the 1-star ones. I can't even remember their names right now. Why did I lose their name? I'm gonna look at it. Sally Horns. Yeah, Sally Horns. If you got a male or female Sally Horn. Granted, nobody runs those, so like that's hypothetical. I'm just explaining. Anyways, so yeah. So 480%, potentially up to 5 characters that you'll be hitting. Now, if you think about that, it can potentially do up to like 2,400 damage. Assuming that each one does it, assuming that they share their hits. If they hit 2 separately, then you could potentially do up to like 4,800 damage. But I highly doubt that. That's something that you would have to test. Here, throws a cluster of Aquamines at the enemy's location, which will explode half a second after landing. Each explosion deals damage equal to 630%. Alright, so a little breakdown on this one. The way I see it is this will be rotated out a lot. So I think his alt normally would happen like every 10 seconds. But if you have these landing, then it might be like every 8. So about every 8 seconds, you're potentially stunning them for 1.5 seconds. Let's put that to the test real quick and see what we got. My server's a bit newer. I need to build the female still, but we'll talk about her skills. However, I won't be able to showcase them at all. I've got the fodder now to get her up to like 12 or 13, but if you want me to showcase her, I'd have to do it later. I'm kind of spread a little bit thin, and my server is getting a little bit more competitive on the guild fronts, so I'm gonna have to start focusing on some of my higher champions a little bit more. As soon as Ignis used his skill went up. That wasn't a very good example. Alright. So, watch it when he lays the mine around something, but... Okay, he dropped his ultimate. His ultimate pretty much cleared their team. The crazy part is I don't even have him built yet. Yeah, we'll try against this team. Alright. So we got one here. I gave him 200 energy. Unfortunately, he uses his ult on Squires, on dead friends. So that's So it looks like he's actually using that skill. He's using it twice in 25 seconds. So he's using it like once every 25 seconds, without agility, without focus. So, twice every 25 seconds, so once every 12 seconds. If he's doing it once every 12 seconds, then that's essentially about a 10%.
The deep holds many treasures,
10% reduction of the enemy team doing anything. Like whether it be one of those clutch moments where you need to take out a Dybala, whether it be one of those moments where somebody's about to do an ult that will kill you, or Loom's about to drop his heal.
If you've got a problem, I've got the time.
Loom, but yeah. So I kind of like the new hero. I don't feel like he's as good as my hose. I feel like the hose are better.
Your life is insignificant to me.
Death
Like a
is
pest
only the beginning of
scurrying
your
across my
eternal
path.
suffering.
Particularly, this dude right here is he's so cracked. But everybody's all about this character right here. She's really good too.
Like a pest
But I
scurrying
feel like this
across
dude
my
is really
path.
getting overlooked. Like in the Discord, everybody goes crazy over female Ho, and M-Ho's damage is just insane. I'll just show a little example real quick. I know this is irrelevant to the video, but if you want to stay tuned for this, then you can just watch this. Granted, mind you, he will have the high spirited because he will be the one. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with him not getting his trait bonus. And by that, I mean he's got a trait bonus that gives everybody in the back row.
Death
I
is
can't remember
only the
exact amount
beginning
that
of
he
your eternal
gives
suffering.
them all about 70% more strength. So we'll put him in the front row. looking for Matula Joe or Tentacle Grape, because their teams are really good for testing my teams against. Let me see if I got any of them in my history. This was from my test. I'm just going to show an example of MHO. And I refuse to edit this video, so you'll just have to deal with it. I'm just going to scroll through everybody in my server. Why are they not popping up? Seems like Matula Joe is always in the options for who to hit. Screw it. Here's what we're gonna do. Alright, we're gonna do it in Dungeon Descent. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I still need to finish my Dungeon Descent for this week. Or for these couple of days. Alright. We're gonna move him up here. So we've got all of these guys at similar level. Devala's Vigor is a good bit higher. MHO's Vigor is at 27. Bloom's is at 16. Scarlet's is at 24. So his is a bit higher than Scarlet's and Bloom's, but really it's not that much of a difference at this level of Vigor. Like once you start getting up to the like really high Vigors where you've got millions of Constitution and hundreds of thousands of strength to be thinking about your Vigor, that'd be more of a big deal, but yeah. Or the champion strength, because I think it's pretty universal that we can all agree that like MHO, Scarlet, and Male Bloom are probably some of the most famous dealers right now. MHO just way up there. Not even in the back row where he can get his high spirited bonus. Devala, who has, granted she is 2-star, but she's all vigored up and she has massive. I have a bunch of runes and crap on her, and she still about couldn't keep up with. She still is about at the same damage as him. And Bloom didn't keep up. Scarlet, not even close. So, I feel like he's just so strong. Strong. Alright, yeah, that's my first video. Post your feedback. Like and subscribe if you want. Probably don't subscribe yet. I'm still kind of new to this, so we'll see how many videos I actually make. Yeah.